This is Italian Football Hour channel, my friends. Today I want to make predictions. Match day 9 games of Bundesliga. You can subscribe to my channel, watch my videos. Thank you so much. Let's start with Leverkusen Stuttgart game. Leverkusen is going to be at home. They are on the third spot now. They have 15 points, and Stuttgart got a mediocre start to season. Stuttgart team stayed draw against Wolfsburg 2-2 in away game. They lost against 4-0 Bayern Munich in away game. They won versus 2-1 Holstein Kiel in last match at home. Leverkusen stayed draw against Holstein Kiel 2-2 at home. They won versus Frankfurt 2-1 in last match at home. They stayed draw against 1-1 Bayern Munich in away game. In my opinion, Leverkusen will make the advantage of playing at home. They are a better team than Stuttgart. Because of that, after a challenging game, they will win over against Stuttgart. Leverkusen 2, Stuttgart 1 is my prediction for this game. Frankfurt Bochum. Frankfurt is going to be at home. And Bochum is at the bottom of the point table. They have just 1 point. They are seeming to get to relegate to Bundesliga 2. I feel in that way. They are so poor and so weak team. Bochum team lost against 3-1 Hoffenheim in away game. They lost against 4-2 Dortmund in away game. And at the same time, my dear friends, they lost against 3-1 Wolfsburg at home. They lost against 5-0 Bayern Munich in last match at home. Frankfurt will be at home. Frankfurt is showing us better performances at home. They stayed draw against 3-3 Bayern Munich at home. They won versus 2-0 Gladbach at home. Frankfurt team won versus 4-2 Holstein Kiel in away game. And my dear friends, they lost against 2-1 Leverkusen in away game. But Frankfurt is way more better team than Bochum. They will make the advantage of playing at home, and they will win over against Bochum easily. Frankfurt 3, Bochum 1 is my prediction for this game. Holstein Kiel, Heidenheim. Holstein Kiel is second to last on the point table. They have just 2 points. They couldn't get any victory in Bundesliga. Holstein Kiel lost against 4-2 Frankfurt at home. They lost against 2-0 Union Berlin in last match at home. Holstein Kiel team lost against Stuttgart 2-1 in last away game. Heidenheim has 10 points. They got a mediocre start to season. They stayed draw against Hoffenheim 0-0 in last match at home. Before that, they lost against 1-0 Leipzig at home. Heidenheim lost against 3-2 Mönchengladbach in last away game. Heidenheim won versus Mainz 2-0 in away game before. This game may end up in draw. Holstein Kiel will force Heidenheim significantly. I feel in that way. But nevertheless and nonetheless, I want to take a chance to Heidenheim just by 1 goal difference. Holstein Kiel 1, Heidenheim 2 is my prediction for this game. Wolfsburg, Augsburg. Wolfsburg has just 8 points. They are close to relegation zone. Augsburg has 10 points, and Wolfsburg couldn't get any victory at home so far this season in Bundesliga. They got 2 victories in away games. Augsburg couldn't get any victory in away games. Augsburg is playing better at home. Augsburg couldn't take even a point in away games. They are showing us so poor performances in away games. My dear friends, again so challenging game is awaiting us. Augsburg lost against 3-1 Freiburg in last away game. Before they lost against 4-0 Leipzig in away game, but Augsburg won versus 2-1 Mönchengladbach and Borussia Dortmund at home. Wolfsburg team stayed draw against 2-2 Stuttgart at home. They lost against 4-2 Werder Bremen in last match at home. Again, my dear friends, this Wolfsburg team stayed draw against St. Pauli 0-0 in last away game. This game may end up in draw, my dear friends, but I feel in that way, just by 1 goal difference after a hard clash, Wolfsburg will win over against Augsburg just by 1 goal difference. Wolfsburg 2, Augsburg 1 is my prediction for this game. Bayern Munich, Union Berlin. Bayern Munich is going to be at home. Bayern is at the top position in Bundesliga. They got no defeat. They won versus 5-0 Bochum in away game. Bayern won versus 5-0 Werder Bremen in away game. They won versus 4-0 Stuttgart at home before they stayed draw against Leverkusen 1-1 at home. Union Berlin is so strong and quality team. They are on the 4th spot now. They have 15 points. They got a good start to season, but they lost against Gladbach 1-0 in away game. They won versus 2-0 Holstein Kiel in last away game. Berlin is playing a little bit better at home. They won versus 2-1 Borussia Dortmund and Hoffenheim at home, my dear friends. A hard clash is awaiting us, but Bayern Munich will win over against Union Berlin. They are stronger and better team than Union Berlin. Bayern Munich 2, Union Berlin 0 is my prediction for this game. Hoffenheim, St. Pauli. Hoffenheim is going to be at home. Hoffenheim got a bad start to season. They could get just 2 victories at home. They have 8 points, and at the same time they stayed draw against Heidenheim 0-0 in last away game. Hoffenheim lost against 4-3 Werder Bremen at home. They won versus 3-1 Bochum in last match at home. St. Pauli team has 5 points. They are third to last on the point table. They could get just 1 victory so far this season in Bundesliga. St. Pauli team stayed draw against Wolfsburg 0-0 at home. St. Pauli won versus 3-0 Freiburg in away game. It was their first and single victory. It was surprising result. They won against Freiburg 3-0 in away game. St. Pauli lost against 2-1 Borussia Dortmund in last away game. My dear friends, in this game I want to take a chance to Hoffenheim for victory at home. After and half clash they will win over against St. Pauli. Hoffenheim 3, St. Pauli 2 is my prediction for this game. Borussia Dortmund Leipzig. Off. Borussia Dortmund has just 13 points. As I remember, they are on the 7th spot. Leipzig is on the 2nd spot. They have the same points with Bayern Munich. They got an amazing start to season. They got no defeat. Leipzig is playing in amazing way at home and in away games. It doesn't matter for Leipzig team. Leipzig won versus Heidenheim 1-0 in away game. They won versus 2-0 Mainz in away game. They won against 3-1 Freiburg in last match at home. Dortmund is playing way more better at home. Dortmund couldn't get a victory in away games, but Dortmund got back-to-back victories at home. But they are in a little bit bad situation now. Last season Leipzig won versus Dortmund 3-2 in away game. Dortmund won versus 4-2 Bochum at home. They won against 2-1 St. Pauli at home, but they lost against 2-1 Union Berlin and Augsburg in away games. My dear friends, maybe Leipzig is in better situation than Borussia Dortmund as of lately, but Dortmund is going to be so tenacious and stubborn at home. Because of that, I feel in that way this game will end up in draw. My prediction is draw for that match. Dortmund 2, Leipzig 2. And Freiburg Mainz. Off. Mainz got some surprising results in away games. Freiburg lost against 3-0 St. Pauli at home, but they won versus 3-1 Augsburg in last match at home. Freiburg team lost against 3-1 strong opponent Leipzig in last away game. Before they won versus 1-0 Bremen in away game. Mainz team, this Mainz team won versus St. Pauli 3-0 in away game, my dear friends. But Mainz stayed draw against Gladbach 1-1 in last match at home. At the same time, Mainz won versus before Augsburg 3-2 in away game. They got 2 victories in away games in a row. Mainz team, my dear friends, against so challenging game is awaiting us. We may see surprising result in this game, but Freiburg is better team than Mainz. They will make the advantage of playing at home. I am not so sure of this game, but what can I do? I want to take a chance to Freiburg for victory. Freiburg 2, Mainz 1 is my prediction for this game. Mönchengladbach, Werder Bremen. Off. Mönchengladbach is going to be at home. Gladbach is playing better at home. They won versus 3-2 Heidenheim at home. They won versus 1-0 Union Berlin at home. Gladbach stayed draw against 1-1 Mainz in last away game. Werder Bremen got so good results in away games. They got no defeat in away games. They won versus 4-3 Hoffenheim in away game. They won against 4-2 Wolfsburg in last away game. Werder Bremen stayed draw against 2-2 Leverkusen in last match at home. Again, so challenging game is awaiting us, my dear friends. I cannot put forward one side for victory. Gladbach is playing better at home. Werder Bremen is playing amazing in away games. Because of that, draw is going to be my prediction for this game. Gladbach 2, Werder Bremen 2. All my predictions, like this match day 9 games of Bundesliga. You can subscribe to my channel, watch my videos. You may write your comments down below. Please click the like button. It makes me so glad. See you on my next videos, my dear friends. Bye!